even know. Hey, good morning. We were up late last night. I don't know what it is, but my wife was up till 3 in the morning, and I got up. You know how you get up in the morning at 3 in the morning, and the other person isn't in bed. So like you wake up, you're like, where's the other person? Where they at? So I got up and wandered around the house, and she was still working because she's a beast and she does her work. I'm over here drinking my mud water, folks, before I get started with my other stuff for the day. But yeah, so that was what we did, and I'm a little bit late. Typically, I'm doing this like at 7 a.m., but then like I from 3 o'clock until like 5:30, I was up, and then people started messaging me things. I got a cool video dropping on Monday that I am excited for you guys to see. Those of you guys who are parents, do me a favor. I want to see this so that people follow. Give a few hearts if you have any children. If you're a parent, you have kids, and you ever get mad at your kids, this would be you'll be a good fit. Tori, what are you doing, son? Why? No. Huh? All right, you got to ask, because then the thing is, if you leave that unlocked and I don't know it's unlocked, we got an unlocked window. It's not safe at night. Children. Oh, we got kids in the house. Do you guys get it? Look at it. As I'm talking about it, my son's over there you can leave it open, but now I know it's open. So just leave it open. So it's now, you get that dad that's locked in your dad brain. So anyways, so yeah, that's my children. But yeah, I got a video dropping out Monday. It's going to be a good one. It's called, I'm not even tell you what it's called. You want to hear what it's called? Should I tell you guys what it's called? We got the title we just went with. We filmed it here, and it was a good one that has to do with parents who, which I've been this parent, where like, man, your kids just fire you up. They do stuff. They just, whatever, maybe you're in a bad mood, had a bad day, or your kids just, they're being kids. And nowadays, I think with all of us sitting home for the next, who knows? I mean, my kids might be out for the entire rest of the school year. We're doing school. I want to see my kids' school. We're gonna see this homeschool process going on. But yeah, they are driving me insane. So we did a video, which actually we filmed it a month ago, but it's very fitting. Or maybe almost a month ago, but very fitting. Here is Truck's homeschool.
Hi.
Hey, people of the world. Why are you doing this?
They even get dressed every morning.
They get dressed in their shoes. They go for a walk outside. They take this guy, Tonka. What's up, Tonka? Shh, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you right now. So this is school. This is Truck school. Where's your little checklist? There's a checklist that shows them what we're doing. That's what we're doing daily. We have a little process. They cross it off. We got it. Yeah. Would you do it yet? Don't cross off if you didn't do it yet.
We have.
All right.
The dogs had birthdays.
They walked it. Oh, you did walk it. You better cross it off. You did it then.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall behind. I'll make you do it twice. You get detention.
Detention sucks.
We're going to put you outside and have you lick armrests and safety poles to get the corona. Huh? Tonka's good. We're good. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna see if I can flip this back around. Oh, there. Hey, we're gonna take you guys back. Here's mom's workstation. Mom's workstation. This is mom's workstation. She's getting things done here with her. She's been doing track, so she's got she's doing. And then he says no. This is my workstation for the time being. I got my mud water, which I'm gonna have to get going here shortly because I don't like it when it gets cold. It's not as good when it gets cold. And then we got one more guy. We're gonna show you the last guy who has his school stay. So they have to be online. Hey, Tori, get to work, man. They have to be online at a certain time. They have to be there from like 8:30 to 1:30 online. But here's the final workstation. What's up, man?
Hello.
Hey, workstation. There's Toby. And Toby likes to lick the bed. I don't know why Toby does that, but this is what Toby does. Look at that, man. That's school. This might change the game for a lot of people. There is a possibility that everything in the world changes. I mean, if you think about it, there's a very high possibility because we got a lot of people being exposed to things they've never been exposed to, and no one knows what's going on. Like, you hear things that are like, oh, it's just a regular flu, and just take it for the team. I read something this morning that said that UK is taking one for the team. Like, some people are like, all right, I'm just going to get sick because the odds of me statistically dying are slim, but I'm just going to have a really, really bad flu. So then what happens, you get it, and that's why we're doing the whole sheltering, right? So it minimizes that curve. But here's the thing most people don't realize. And this is true. I believe this to be true, and I'm not a person that spreads randomness. Just take a look, research yourself. I can say the link. Because I'm an educator. Awesome. So you like what I'm doing. We got the kids doing school stuff. Awesome. But the thing is, even with a lowered curve, right, we still don't have a lot of beds, like hospital beds. So I think what we're still running into is going to be an issue of capacity in hospitals. There's a guy from MIT who wrote an article I read this morning at like at 3:45 in the morning. He's saying, at the end of the day, we can be doing the things we're doing, which is great and very, very helpful. But if we go ahead and let people just get tucked away and then we don't do anything for people to kind of find a way to be immune to it, or those who do have it to get over it and not know for sure they're not immune, then what could happen is we just redo the whole process again. because it just kicks back up. And those who were tucked away and stayed safe the first time, they get up in the realm the next time, right? So it could suck. But even then, it's a capacity issue. What China ended up doing was making a whole bunch more hospitals. So they ended up making like little, makeshift things. They could put more beds in to treat more people. It's what helped. It's what helped them, I guess, get everything going. So the idea is really, really big to think about how we do this. And I don't know the answer. I'm just giving you information. I literally have no answer for you. I just know it's going to change the game in terms of the way we operate as human beings. It's shifting the entire economy. I can see things going from like, we can't even go shopping. So there's going to be a lot more online. So companies are doing online, processing of payment. Like it's going to be more of a cashless world, even more than it is now, I think. Who knows? Maybe some companies start, because everybody's tucked away, they start installing the 5G stuff. And all of a sudden we start changing the game. If you don't know about 5G, oh man, go check out what 5G does. It's an interesting concept of how it's not just faster phones, people. You will not have privacy. Way different world we live in. And then outside of that, like education, my kids are now home. So some people might like home school. I have a client that wrote an article and sent it to me, and he's like, it's a simple concept. But I was like, this may change how people think about if people can operate well from home and their computers, why make them drive in just to say hi? If we can teach them how to use Zoom or different platforms we didn't ever look into before, but are forced to do now, why make them drive in? They can get more done and spend less time commuting. They're happier. Like if you teach them how to actually do stuff at home. So people who are in the realm of, possibly, trying to work at home, maybe there's a market for you if you can teach people how to do it, how to be able to be productive at home. Because a lot of people who go home, they don't know what to do. They just kind of sit there. I see people posting pictures of like, all right, let me work from home. Yay. And they're drinking Hennessy. It's very interesting. That's not how you're productive at home. Like this, what I'm doing right now isn't 100% productive, to be totally honest, right? This is me and part of my world, but hey, we're getting things going. C-SPAN is starting at 1.5 trillion. 5G could be different and healthy. Oh, I agree. I think 5G could actually, from what I'm reading and hearing and all the things I'm looking into, could be very, very, very interesting in terms of how we, just the waves in our body, because we don't know what it does. We don't know what the waves of those millions of cameras per square mile will do. Because that's what it turns into, people. You guys want a little mini breakdown of what the 5G thing is? Who knows what 5G? Tell me if you guys know what 5G is, because if you do, I'm going to tell it to you. But if you don't, this may be just from and I'm a guy that consumes a lot of weird information. So 5G essentially, it turns into this thing where right now we have these phones are encrypted. And this is information I got from a guy watching a video by Patrick Bet-David. So go check him out. It's called Valuetainment. So I'm going to give you my recall of what this guy broke down. But he says, at the end of the day, right now we have 4G. There's 3G, 4G, encrypted phone. We have the process for the phone, right? And then what happens is right now the phone in and of itself is it's the platform, but the pipe is like the 4G. Here's the phone, the platform, the pipe of information going back and forth. Ends up being like the 5G or 4G that we use, right? Whereas 5G is different. What 5G does, it puts a lot more of the little, transmitters closer to our bodies. They're not up in the towers. They're going to be closer down, installed in businesses all over the place. So it can be that fast. But here's the big thing, where you might have, say, 10,000 cameras per square mile. Like China right now has some 3 million cameras per square mile. So think of it like this, where the phone is what has the encryption. The data is yours in your phone. The pipeline is going to be 4G. Essentially, you could walk outside, and as opposed in your phone, you'd put Uber, and then Uber would come pick you up. Like, I want to go here, direction, whatever it is. You would just walk outside. And because there's so many cameras everywhere and it's so fast, you just walk outside and say Uber, because it scans your face. All your information is tied away. You can access your money through your face. It knows your location because it already knows where you're located. Like, it's a crazy connected world, and you don't have access to that data. It's no encryption anymore. You don't have privacy. And so if you walk outside somewhere, like you can walk outside and say, I want a pizza. And then because of the cameras and the access and the microphones, everything that's all around you and the speed of it, you can say, I want a pepperoni pizza. And I don't know if this is obviously going to work. Like, I want a pepperoni pizza, and it drops in your lap. But you get the concept, right? It's a little bit different for how it works. It's a whole different way. This is going on in China right now. This is not something that's like some sci-fi might happen. This is what's going on there. And actually, if you look at Huawei, like this is what they did. And this is why years ago, Trump had a tweet, I think 2014, had a tweet out, like, they're not our friend. They're pushing some stuff because they saw the market and the process of how we were doing everything with the phones and everything. And they saw that the companies that were the leaders years ago were like the Exxon Mobil's and oil company. Now it's like Google, Apple, Microsoft, like all these major companies. So those companies have been working with China to build that, and they helped build it. So our world's going to change vastly when 5G comes out. So who knows if they don't take advantage of creating a 5G infrastructure now, since everybody's tucked away at home. We don't know. And if you're telling me someone just said a stimulus package talking about that, yeah, we're talking about a whole different game. Like you're gonna, everything's tied outside of your phone. And no one knows where the data goes. It just goes to these companies. Like right now, he talked about these bikes called Move It bikes or some kind of Move bikes that are in DC. And the 5G is so tied together now that like they can actually, like if somebody was riding a bike and left something in the bike, they can then call the person who's on the bike now because they know who the person is, and they can call that person's phone because there's cameras and everything. Everybody knows what's going on. And they can have that person return that iPad because like, hey, it's in the bike still, right? So it's a weird world. Someone says that's horrible. That violates our privacy rights. And President of Hong Kong says whoever has the coronavirus, their army will have the right to shoot and kill them and control the containment. That's an interesting statement. I don't know what to do. Embrace intelligence with that. That's a lot of information for me all to consume in this very moment and actually do something with it. What's up, Ant? Ant says, what's up, Ant? Yeah, mind control. Have you watched Netflix special Blackwater? I have not. There's so many things out there. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just giving you some information based on my weird brain that was up at 3 a.m. last night because my wife was up till 3. And then when she went to bed, I couldn't go back to sleep. And my days would be twisted. I just, for some reason, it will be. Anyway, so here's what I'm going to give you guys insight today. Because to have some way to, she says, hey, everyone, Suki Outwall, good morning. She's awesome. If you guys haven't followed her, check her out. I love how she interacts with her brother. I think it's her brother. Love it. Got a great heart. I don't know if you know, my wife owns 3 businesses that serve individuals with special needs. She has an adult residential facility and a day program, like an adult daycare where her staff comes in and helps people throughout the day. And then just transportation business that takes them to and from. So if you're a person who has a heart for that, just know I got a heart for that also. If you have someone in your family, I got a heart for that also because I've been around her and her businesses for years and years and years. Here's some thoughts for you guys today. What's up, Trey Roth? How you doing, man? Do this for the rest of the day. Find some way to take back your time because I know one of the biggest things I've been finding out with a lot of people is that when they're tucked away. I talked about this yesterday. If you went to the live little meeting I did, is this thought. Conceptually, think of it this way: if you give somebody who's broke, something that will help them, that the solution's not typically money. Now, if they just happen to always be broke, let's put it that way, someone who is always consistently broke, the worst thing you can give them is money. Why? Because apparently they're bad with money. What you can give them is insight and tools on how to manage money better. They'll have more money. That's the solution. Sounds odd, especially if you're broke, you don't want to hear that. But here's the truth. If you are understanding how to manage money, you can make money from money and your money won't disappear. So here's how I want that to make sense to you today. If you are not good with your time, you getting more time is just going to be you being worse with more time. So what you need to do right now is if you're a person who has not been historically good with time, you need to start thinking about how do I operate at a higher level. Now, this is actually what I do for a living. I'm just giving you a synthesized concept of it. But here's what I would do. Find ways that really sit down and force your brain to focus on something. Even if it's just doing it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, build up to an hour. For me, I can max out at like soul dialed in focus without my wife interrupting me for about 2 hours, right? That's pretty much about 2 hours. And then I take a little mini break, change my environment. I'll go and work in a different location, which literally could be across the room. But I got to get up, move, or I'll go for a walk and come back. And the thing is nowadays, if this thing's going to have you tucked away, working from home, if you have had any dreams or aspirations to create, to do, to whatever it is, it's a phenomenal opportunity, but only if you start getting better with your time. And the way you get better with your time is you operate a little bit differently. I'm not talking about productivity. It's a little bit different. I'm talking about how you operate, how you act, how you react, how you control your brain, how you have certain beliefs, what's possible, your thoughts, your actions, the habits you put in place now. And don't let those things disappear, especially at a time like this, because if you can build them now, when you're let back out in society to do what you do in society, you'll kill it. Like this is a time to incubate and to be like a caterpillar. Tuck away and come back out a butterfly. Some of us are going to come back out caterpillars and some of us are going to come back out butterflies. And I would love for you to be a butterfly coming out. And the simplest way I can teach it to you without giving you step by step and doing courses and programs with me realistically is going to be when you're tucked away right now. Just find ways to tell yourself what you want to do for the day, hour by hour, half hour by half hour, and force your brain in those moments to do it. That's really all. That's the simplest baseline way. You can choose the actions. There's steps you can go through of finding out what the actions are, what you want to shift to in time. Don't even worry about that right now. Just say, what is it I've been wanting to do? And also do this. Oh, it's a big one. If you want to get something done, don't put it on the day and expect to get it done all in that day. I have a client who we were having this conversation. It's like, I start the day and I got these 3 things I got to get done by the end of the day and I rush. And it's like, dude, give yourself a break. Like, It's going to be okay. Like that thing can take 3-4 days. And what happens is if you give yourself that breather, you don't have to start and finish it today. It's not a ice cream. It's not a popsicle. Like you don't got to start and finish it right now. You can make it to where I can get started. It's going to be maybe a 10-hour project. Do 2 hours today. And if you have 3 of them that are, 10 hours, do 2, and 2, and then do that for the next few days. Like then every day you're given time and it eventually gets done. But if not, here's what happens. You eventually go in, start the day, and then you don't get it done. Excuse my voice. And you don't get it done, and then guess what you do? You beat yourself up. I want to get it done today. I didn't get it done. I suck. Let me just sit here and watch Netflix for the next 7 hours the next day and get nothing done. I'll make good excuses in it, right? So the idea is simplistically give yourself grace and be seriously crucial and what's the word I want to use? Be ruthless with your time. Be ruthless with how you operate, how your time works. But don't also structure every minute of your day. My day is done at 4. Work-wise, if I get anything done past that, cool. But typically, like I shut it down at 4 o'clock because I want to hang out with the kids and do life stuff. And I have a ton of projects that are getting done. But what I do is structure my day from about 7 to about 4, and I bang, bang, bang. I force my brain to stay focused the same way you can. And that's how I get things done, and I change the world in the way that I can. So that's it. Thank you so much, One Beautiful for Life. One of the best speakers I've seen this year. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure where you saw me. Where did you see me? I'm curious to know because I did a few speeches before this whole thing went crazy. You're very welcome to the 5G update. Got to head out and enjoy your day. Kristen Alley, 16. Today's your birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Embrace Intelligence 33. Maybe you're 33 years old. I'm not sure how old you are. T. Lynn loves you. Going to try. Oh, Palm Springs. Yeah, Palm Springs was Plexus. That was, oh man. That was a good event. I want to say it was like a couple hundred of you guys down there. And that was the Align conference. I enjoyed. Yes, Brooke Hemingway. There you go, Align. I read that. So very welcome. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. Anything you need, send me a direct message. Keep an eye out for Monday. I'm going to send an awesome video out to you guys. It's a cool one. It's a great one for parents. It's one I need you guys to share. I'm going to ask you guys to share with the world. There's no pitch. There's no product. It's literally just a heartfelt, conceptual, we call it mini movie, to push out to the world to help parents and help kids. I grew up in foster care, and I'm always doing the best I can to actually help kids, mine included, obviously. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next week. Happy birthday again. Take care. God bless.